Paul Harrell, weekdays from 4 to 6. Learn more at paulharrell.com.
Number 2, thanks so much for being with us. I hope everybody is enjoying their drive home. Those of you that are driving, keep the hands attended to. Stay calm, regardless of what you hear. Welcome back to the program. We have Richard Castor is with us. He's the chairman of the Baxter County Republicans, as well as a radio host called The View from Hillsdale. Check it out on Mountain Talk 97 on Saturday. Richard, welcome back, sir.
Hello, Paul. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Yes, absolutely. I wanted to have you again because we're in the home stretch. This Saturday, Baxter County Republican Party putting on their Lincoln Day dinner, bringing in Dr. Mickey Craig from Hillsdale College, as well as Fox News personality Jan Morgan. And I know you're excited about it.
Yes, sir. We are just so excited for it. Personally, I'm ready for it to get here. But I tell you, we have had tickets flying out the door today, this whole past week. I think this is going to be a record-breaking event for us.
Good.
And so grateful to everyone who's, poured out support. Your regular listeners will know that it's been a bumpy ride the past couple of weeks, but this event is going to go off without a hitch. We're standing strong behind our speakers, and we are going to stand up for those great conservative values that made this country great to begin with. And we're going to have a blast doing it. You're
referencing the pressure. I mean, that was our whiteboard all last week because we were getting word from just everybody across, in Mississippi County and in Baxter County about the GOP putting pressure on you guys to cancel Jan Morgan, to uninvite her from speaking. And first of all, you're saying that you guys are standing strong, and I just want to thank you, Richard, for standing strong and saying, hey, look, we're going to have our local Reagan Day dinner the way we want to have it. Or Lincoln Day. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. And, Paul, I was really struggling with this and trying to figure out what I was going to say to you on the show because it's, I am the chairman of the Republican Party for Baxter County, and with that comes certain responsibilities. And I think what's on my heart to say is that if there are people in Little Rock who are disturbed that there are county committees standing up for the platform of our party and standing up for the most basic principles of conservatism, then the problem is with the people in Little Rock. The problem is that we have gotten to a place in Arkansas politics where we have men and women inside the Republican Party who may or may not belong with us in this party, who don't represent the principles and ideals that we stand for, that we should stand for as a party. And if that is the problem, then there's nothing I can do about it except to stand stronger, to stand taller, and to fight a little bit harder. And if that bothers some people in Little Rock, then so be it. We're not going to stop. The problem is there. It's not here. And, we don't have to go into all the details of it, but I think it's worthwhile to ask the question, should people who work in the highest levels of Arkansas's government be allowed to call and try to censor speech at local Republican county committees? And I think the answer to that is no. I think we should be standing together as a party. And if Jan Morgan makes you uncomfortable, well, I'm sorry. You're going to get even more uncomfortable, I think, here in the future. Mm-hmm. I think they've just shined the spotlight even brighter.
Yeah, I do as well. And I was wondering, there has been, for example, so Josh Waters, he has gone to several county committees, and I understand he's coming to your county committee. Is that this week, Richard?
Yes, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. So Josh Waters will be coming by and going over just a lot of the actual results we have from the 2017 session, and he's done this all over the state. And the response that he gets from county committees, a lot of people already know about what happened, the lack of conservatism. Other people didn't know, and they find out. So I guess I'm curious, the other members of your committee, they're aware, just like the other members of the Mississippi County Committee. I've talked to some of them. That are they shocked that they're kind of being told, hey, you guys are having the wrong guests that we disagree with? Or Are there people defending the power structure? I mean, what's the mood in Baxter County right now?
And it's the great thing about the Republican Party is that we're not monolithic, right? Is that we are individuals and we do embrace that. So I can't pretend to speak for every individual, but as chairman, I can speak for our party. Is that we will stand strong by our speakers, and so we were horrified in the legislative session when we had Republican elected officials saying we needed more taxes. We were horrified when they said we needed to tax internet sales. We needed to spend an extra tax on used tires, that we needed all of this extra revenue generation. We were horrified then. And I think now with this new wave of things to be shocked by, I think it's more of the same. And maybe that shock is gone, but maybe it shouldn't be. I think that we as a committee, we like to nickname ourselves the most conservative county committee in the state, and I don't know if that's true, but we're here for the long haul. We're here for the long fight, and we're going to forward the cause of the true Republican Party and what it means for its platform. And if that means having to primary some of our own, I think primaries are an incredibly healthy thing, and we won't have a say in that. But as a citizen of the state, if I get the opportunity to vote for someone like Jan Morgan, Lord knows I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to do it.
Wow. I love it when you go down the list about how, we were horrified, when they raised taxes or they had this proposed tax increase and that sort of thing. And it's funny, now you have a speaker like Jan Morgan coming, and Little Rock is horrified. You know what I mean? It's kind of fair play as far as I'm concerned. And now but before we and I appreciate, again, I want to say, Richard Castor, one of the best conservatives in the entire state. Thank you for your leadership. It's a beacon. It is welcomed that you guys are able to stand up and just say, hey, I think we're gonna control who we have at our own committee. But tell us about Dr. Mickey Craig again from Hillsdale College, because I really think that may be some of the reason they are so maybe worried down there, is because you have somebody who has a command of the facts like Dr. Mickey Craig, right? And then you have who's going to draw people in, and then of course, but Jan Morgan's going to draw people in. You know what I mean? You have two really credible people who are going to be at this event, and I think maybe some of that is why they're worried about this. But tell us about Dr. Mickey Craig one more time.
Absolutely. Dr. Mickey Craig is the chair and professor of politics at Hillsdale College, so one of the lead professors up there. And everyone knows Hillsdale. If they listen to talk radio, they know Hillsdale.
Yes.
But it's the only school in the nation that accepts $0 from any federal money or state money for their school. So they're privately funded, and they're able to teach truth. They're able to teach that there is a God, that there is truth, and there is right and wrong. And so Dr. Craig is one of the leading intellectuals on America's founding fathers alive today. And so he will be here. And I got to talk to him last week about his speech. He's already been writing it. And his whole speech is going to be how to view Donald Trump from the perspective of the founders and how we should be seeing politics today. And I called him and I told him about, the struggles we've had as conservatives down in Little Rock. And he goes, well, it sounds a lot the same. It sounds like the same struggles we have in Washington, D.C., that we give these guys power and they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to win. And so it's going to be really interesting to hear what he has to say about all of this. And there is going to be a question and answers portion. And so Lord knows what people are going to ask him, but it'll make for an exciting night. And we've already gotten calls today that we have different news outlets from Little Rock and Fayetteville going to be here to cover it. So it's going to be a great night. And I would invite everyone who wants to be there to come up. We're still selling tickets for 2 more days, so this is your chance to come. BaxterGOP.com, or call me at 870-421-9684. And I'd love to give you some tickets. We still got some tables left, so if you want to be here, we want you here.
That's awesome. BaxterGOP.com. Richard, I'm excited to come. I'm planning on being there with bells on because I do not want to miss this event. So I look forward.
Paul, I've had people call and say, "Hey, can I buy a ticket? I heard Paul Harrell's going to be there." So
No, you did
we're
not.
happy you're going to be there.
Okay,
too.
all right.
I promise. I promise.
Well, hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate all your hard work. Again, that website, BaxterGOP.com. Get your tickets for the next 2 days, folks. They're going fast. Richard, I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much for coming on again.
Thank you, Paul.
All righty. Folks, we're going to take a break. The Liberty Machine rolls on. Back in just a moment.